You found it? You found it? Okay, you guys. Oops. Sorry, my husband's been looking for something and he just found it. So let me run and look real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, thank you. Sorry about that. Hey, Katrina. My husband was trying to find something on the for sale or trades, and he saw something, and then he was trying to show it to me, and couldn't find it, and he couldn't find it. So I said, okay, well, if you find it, let me know. Well, as soon as I went live, he found it. It was a Jeep. We've been sort of in the market for a Jeep, maybe as a tow vehicle one of these days. I'm out of breath from running to see what he found. So yeah, I just thought I'd come on live and do a little craft and chat. I've been crafting all day, but I still wanted to get a couple more things made. Let me grab one of the cuter ones. So yeah, what I'm gonna make, I've already got my material picked out, is one of these. It's a mini writing tablet, and it's refillable. So I'm making these for crafts. This one is not refillable. Some of them I've made are, some are not. So yeah, they're just cute little craft fair crafts. I did a video earlier on my Wednesday, what am I making Wednesday series. So I don't know, I just thought it might be kind of fun. See who pops on and just do a little crafting for a little bit, not too long. See if I can zoom. I was just starting to get set up when he hollered at me, so. All right, so what I'm going to do this on, I wanted to do some reds. So the outside of my little booklet's going to be this, and the inside is going to be this. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and flip this over. I've already got tape, adhesive tape on those two sides. So how are you this evening? I hope all is well with you. I like to use my craft mat. Let me just orient here. Make sure you're seeing me. Sometimes these phones are sort of touchy. There we go. That seems a little straighter. That's better. That's better. Yeah, so I like to use my craft mats to sort of help me with placement and measurements. So we know this is 13, so 6.5 is right about center. So let me, I gotta move that over just a little. It doesn't look like center to me. Oh no, because I'm on the 2. Never mind. Let me get back over here where I need to be. That would make more sense. Let me move my mat over. So we are 6. So right about here. So I'm going to come in right about 5.5. I've already got a little bit of adhesive on here. This is a temporary adhesive, but it does allow me to set this down and then move it easily if I need to. These are permanent adhesive. So, yeah, we've been we have our trailer, but we've talked about maybe moving forward in the future, kind of going a little smaller and doing like maybe a motor home and like a little tow Jeep or something. This is looking forward to, you know, his retirement, so we're not there yet, but kind of the school of thought on that was if we happen to find something over time that would meet our needs, then that might be an option to look forward to. Let's see, I always have a hard time because I get this on the wrong, not the wrong side, but I get it orientated one way. And I'm supposed to be getting, I think it's going to be here tomorrow, a metal ruler, which is going to be nice. Did I not cut through that? Yeah, I've got plastic rulers, and sometimes a metal ruler would be handy. So, and then I'll just cut the sides down a little. I don't necessarily need a ruler for that. Just trimming off some of the excess. Well, what's going on, Katrina? What's going on? There we go. I saved my little scraps for a lot of different things, so those are going to go in the scrap pile. Now I'm just going to bend my product here, my project. Got some creases going here, and then I'm going to come in and just miter these sides. I could do it with my craft knife. I could do it with my scissors, whatever works best. And I'm just going to come about 1/8 of an inch away from that edge. Just miter my corners. My mother-in-law and I are doing, we always do craft shows in the fall, and we've got one coming up November 2nd, and we have another one in December on the 7th. So I want to be sure and have enough product. I'm running out of tape, but luckily I've got an order coming tomorrow. Should be with my metal ruler. So I'm not sure if I have enough left to do 2 of these or just this one by the time it's all said and done. Yeah, so I'm just making sure I'm getting my inventory put together. I have some other products to make excuse me, to make on my Cricut. I do with flour sack towels. I do kitchen towels, and I cut out images on my Cricut, and then I was trying to get my stuff set up off camera here, so let me move a couple of things there. Yeah, so we're trying to get ready for our craft show. But yeah, I do these flour sack towels and a few other items. I have some left from last year that I've sewn. Not sure if I'm gonna do a whole lot more sewing this year or not. It's just gonna depend. I'm actually having kind of a lot of fun with these, so I may stick more with the paper crafting this season. I think I have plenty of product aside from more tape, which will be here tomorrow. So now that I have my adhesive on all four sides, I'm just going to go ahead and fold these over, grab my bone folder, burnish this real good. So what are you up to, Katrina? You kind of just watching lives or watching videos? I was watching Purple Paisley. No, not Purple Paisley. I was watching Pine and Ginger, but then I wanted to come on and do this, so I just hopped on to do a live. I hope these are going to be good sellers. I think they will be. I found a real awesome crafter that I got this idea, actually a couple of them, but in my video I do link her channel. Her name is the Posh Paper Lady, and she does the neatest paper craft projects. It's so cool. Okay, so we got that. Now I need to take one of my liner. This is my booklet. Need to get my, I'll put more adhesive down to put my liner, but I need to cut my liner. So I'm going to come over here to my scoring and cutting tool. 7.5 by 4.5, and I want to go this way. So 4.5 this way. 4.5 that way. I did it. No, I didn't do it right. How? I didn't do it right. 7.5. Good thing I have plenty. 7. 7.5. Okay. 7.5. It's the magic of live TV, huh? 7. Let's try. Sometimes 7.5 is a little big. It just depends on your chipboard. Let's see. Yep, that's gonna be good. Okay, 7.5 by 4.5. As I said, I saved all my little pieces. So if you're joining me on the replay, thanks for coming in. Thanks for watching me. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit that notification bell so you will be notified when I do random things like this and come on and do a craft or a live. Okay, so we're going to get a little more adhesive down here to put our liner on, and then I know for a lot of folks that I communicate with and watch on YouTube, you guys are all East Coast, so it is late there, but I do know not everybody's asleep because I watch a lot of videos where people do late night crafting from the East Coast, so I don't presume to think everybody's asleep. So one thing I have found it important to do if you are going to try one of these, or you would like to try one of these, is to make sure you get adhesive right next to the spine and on the spine as well. Very important, because if you don't, it wants to lift up on you there when you go to fold it. So be sure to do that. I just take the tip of my true control knife and lift the top of this paper tape up, the double-sided tape. Okay. Then I'm going to come in with this one. I just think is a little easier to use, and I'm going to have to get some more of this at the market, probably Kmart, since I don't have a Walmart, and it is so sticky. So I think maybe one more. Let's do another strip of this, just in the center. Yeah, I bought these at probably Walmart, and I've already gone through, like, this is my 4th one, so I'm gonna need to get more. All right, so we know we are good with our adhesive. Where did I put my glue? Come here, glue. Now we want to come in, take our liner, make sure again that we're good on the sizing. Get my glue and just very lightly run a bead of glue. Is it gonna stick up on me? I had it closed for a little bit, so I think it sealed back up. Yeah, it did. I cleaned up because I went to do dinner and I didn't plan on coming back in, but I did. I'm having trouble with this lid today. Let's see if this is gonna work. Yep, okay. Just double checking. So just come in very lightly with your glue, right on the edge. Doesn't take a lot. And I'm using reptile glue. I got it off Amazon. I need to go back into my video and put a link because I forgot to do that. All right. So just come in, make sure you got your liner on there the right way you want it. Lay it down. I just grab a paper towel and very lightly start working that glue in. We'll come back and we'll clean up whatever comes out of the edges. It will dry clear so you won't see it. So I just like to make sure, kind of go around the edge, push the glue back in if you can. Making sure to get your spine really well done. And then I come back in with my bone folder, and I got this idea. It is linked in my video. I will go back and link it in this live again once YouTube uploads it. Shary the paper and not Shary the Posh Paper Lady is who this idea comes from. So these are what I have chosen to make in various forms and shapes and sizes for my craft fairs, in addition to what I already have. So I'm just burnishing this really well, making sure that we do have glue all the way to the edges. I like to make sure all the edges are sealed. Even when you think they are, go back and add just a tad bit more. Just a little dot of glue there. Sometimes the paper will want to come apart on you. It'll dry clear, like I said, you won't even see it. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. Making sure that glue is down well, especially right at the spine. And then you're going to want to come in and just fold your creases. Get a nice sometimes it's hard to find when they're not that big, and these are fairly small, so, and you'll often see that some of the paper that isn't totally dry, the glue isn't dry, will want to come up on you, but just go ahead and push it back down. Just work it. We know we have lots of adhesive and we have lots of glue, so we're good. Just takes a little bit of work. I try not to work too much of it with my bone folder, just so I'm trying. Paper's pretty fragile, so just coming back in, reattaching that spine area. What you end up with is a cute little notepad, purse-size notepad. I can cut that little tiny bit off. It's sticking up. All right. So now that I've got that on there, got my glue all wiped up. Next thing is I'm going to come in and I'm going to make I'm going to make the holder that holds your notepad in place. So I'm just cutting that 1 inch by 6.5 inches. 6.5. Gonna take this. This is what's going to hold our notepad in place. Just roughly sort of get a nice fit around your notepad. This you're going to glue right here, and then your notepad will easily slide in and out of there. So we're just going to go ahead and put some glue, a little bit of glue here, a little bit of glue here. Bring these in, making sure that you are clearing that inner spine. So I sort of just start right about there, and then you can work your product accordingly to get it right where you want it. I like it about 1/4 of an inch down, roughly. Let that glue dry. You still have time to move it around. If you want to give it just a little quick test to make sure, go ahead. Yep, you can see it's going to fit in there just fine. So let's let that dry, and we will go ahead and make the top for our This is looking at something in my notes, but I don't have it written down, so that's fine. Let's take and cut this. I think if we go to 4, that's going to be ample. So we can just come in, use your craft mat. Your craft mat is your friend. And I'm just working with a lot of the little scraps I have. So we're going to need that needs to be 3.5. So let's cut that to 3.5. Let me use my ruler for that, just so that I make sure and get a straight line. I just love this Christmas paper. I think it's so cute. Again, if you're watching this on the replay, thanks for joining me. Just doing a little bit of crafting. The Hubs is watching TV. Really nothing on I wanted to watch, so how did I do that? Cut it too short. How can one measure and still come up short? 3.5. How can that happen? All right. So I don't need all of this. And I use my scraps, so don't be afraid to cut off any excess that you don't need and use your scraps. You can use them for all kinds of things. So now we're just going to take, this is just the top section of our paper pad. Just give it a nice, let it fold over itself there. Give it a crease. Turn it over. Give it another nice little crease. I like to just sort of turn it up on its top to make sure that I'm getting a nice flat. I could come in on that crease with my bone folder, give it a sharper crease. Got a real sharp crease in the front. Nice and crisp. That looks nice. Again, just double checking your placement. Get that crease right there to the front. Perfect. And what I like to do from there is I lift this up, come in with your glue, and just glue this down a little bit. Doesn't take much. If it slides on you, that's okay. You have time to move it. Come in. I like to take and put just a couple little dots. I don't want glue to get onto here, but I do want some glue up in the top, so give that a second to take hold. Yep, that's looking good. I like that. All right, so you now have your paper glued to here. We have this in place. Should be plenty dry. Take the back of your notepad, slide it in. As I said, these are interchangeable, so you can take this out and reuse it. These, I don't know that you'd want to because they are seasonal, but you certainly could. You could use this throughout the winter time. It's not just Christmas. So now your little notepad is in there. And then the next step is to make your belly band and then do any sort of embellishment that you want to do to your project. So I'm going to make a belly band with, what am I going to make one with? I don't have this material long enough going directionally. However, I could take two pieces and glue them together. So let me do that, yeah, because the orientation would be off if I tried to use that. And I do like to use the coordinating material. So let me cut, what are we going to do? Let's do 2-inch. Let's do 2-inch. Turn this around. I want this to be on the front. So actually, what did I decide on? Decided I liked 1.5 better. 1.5 and 1.5. And then I'm going to score these at 3/4 so that I can fold them in half. So let's score at 3/4 and score at 3/4. Okay. And I like to have these be directional. Should be enough, hopefully. We'll see. So one thing about crafting live, you never know. It may not be. May not be long enough to make a belly band. But let's see. We would be glued in the front let's go ahead. How's this best gonna fit together? Okay. Right here. We can do just a little glue. Will it be enough? Or will it not be enough? If not, that's okay. Nope, it's not going to be enough. So we're going to go to another option. We are going to take a piece that we can utilize. You know what? We could use this one. Let's use this. So let's cut this at 1.5 inches. Actually, let's cut it right here. So I will probably take this video down since we didn't get, I don't usually like to leave them up if we don't get too many people in or much conversation. I think it can be probably kind of boring. So I'm just gonna I'm not gonna fold this over, and I thought this would be really cute as the belly band. And what that's gonna do is just hold this together. So let's come back here. We can cut it right about, we don't need too much of an overlap, maybe just right about there. Come to the back. I like to use the straight edge as my line. Is that straight? It doesn't look like it to me. Something happened there. There we go. It's a better edge. Cuts off a little bit of the wreath, but that's okay. In, I'm going to mark with my friction pen that erases and make a mark right there. Then I'm going to come in with my double-sided tape. Just put a couple of spots of tape, which sometimes I'll use glue, sometimes I use tape. It just depends. Depends on what I want to do. So again, I'm going to come in, making sure I'm orientated correctly. Come in with my end there. Now the double-sided tape is less forgiving than the glue, but it looks like it's going to move easily. So we shouldn't have any trouble. If we do, we can make a new one. Just erase that mark. Make sure this is sliding nicely. which it is. And then the last thing to do is embellish anything that we might want to put on the outside or on the inside. So I think let's go ahead. Sometimes they're a little hard to get back on if they're tight. I think on the inside, what am I gonna do? The stickers go, oh, they're down here. We've got this cute little sticker sheet. I think what I'm gonna do on this one is just want to put maybe this little candy right up here. Little candy bow. Cute little sticker. I don't think I'm going to put anything over here because I think that's cute just the way it is. Let me get the belly band back on. And maybe do one little thing. And then we'll be done. And I'm going to sign off for the night because I've been crafting all day. And I think because the little top of that got cut off, it would be cute if we came in with this little bit of holly. Stick it right here. So you don't even notice that the little top of the wreath got cut off. All right, guys, I think that came out really cute. Do my stuff on the floor. Thanks for joining me for another crafting sesh. Maybe next time we can get a few more people on. Let me know if this is something you'd like to see me do again. If so, I will. If not, I won't. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this up. I don't think I'm going to keep this up. So no sense in saying all this. So yeah. All right, guys. I think as soon as this uploads, I'll probably go ahead and delete it. But I will show the final product on my Instagram because I am making a lot of these for the craft show. So all right, guys. Take care. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.